Well, hello and welcome. Today we're going to try and do a LED Christmas light. Idea of my wife's, Alison. We're going to get an image of the internet, convert that to a SVG file, install that onto Tinkercad, and then we're going to create a Christmas tree. Okay, we've got Inkscape open at the moment, so I've just downloaded a generic sort of Christmas tree sort of image. I'll show you what I've done. If I open up the image, just a generic Christmas tree image. What I need to do is change that into a bitmap. So just highlight it, and then we have to convert it into a bitmap. So apply that. Now we've obviously got two images now. The one there we don't need anymore, so I'll delete that. This is the bitmap image we need. We can resize the image. I'll change that into inches. Keep the orientation, everything the same. Change that, say 8 inches, and then we need to resize the item. So there we've got an image now, a bitmap image that we can import into Tinkercad. So we'll do that now. If I'm working the software right, we can go here, highlight that. Hopefully now you're seeing Tinkercad. So I'll open Tinkercad. Now we've got Tinkercad open. We will open up, so we'll import a file that I've created, which I'll put onto the desktop. I called it tree. So now we've got that image imported now into Tinkercad. Any minute now. There's the image that we've created. That's a bitmap image. We highlight that. Now we can change the color, whatever we want to do. Highlight it again. I like to have the quality high, 24, and then so that's the actual image we actually imported. Now we need to create a silhouette of that image. Quite straightforward. Highlight it, change it to silhouette. So that's what we'll end up with in a minute. But first of all, I forgot a procedure. Let's go back there. Back again. We need to take a copy of this. So just up the top here, copy and paste. We'll keep that over there out of the way. We'll need a copy of that later. Highlight that again. We'll change that to silhouette. That's going to be like the flat plane of our tree. At the moment it's 10 millimeters thick, so we don't need it 10 millimeters thick. We'll go to 2 millimeters thick. We can change the color of that if you like to make it easier. I don't know, have it green like a tree. There we go. And now use this item again. Bring that over. Now we need just the outline of this tree. So again, we need the best image. And there we go for outline. So we're going to add that to the outline of our silhouette. It's quite thick, isn't it? So we can make that a bit thinner. See, this is a thickness of line. We'll do that to 2. Change that to 2. I don't know if it corresponds to millimeters or what it corresponds to, but we'll have that at 2. And we'll have this lined up over here, but obviously this is the same thickness as that, which is okay because we've got 10 mil. I want that to be, say, 20 mil because we need to insert the LEDs in the inside. And we need to line that up now, so highlight both together, click this item up here, and then we can line these up. We can line them up. Bear with me. Now, which one am I pressing? That one there. So now, as you can see, the bottom silhouette is now lined up with the image that we created for the outside. And what we're going to need is a hole in the back of this tree to feed our wires in and out. So what I do, I grab the hole icon, the hole tool, and make it 8mm by 8mm. Doesn't matter as long as the thickness is thicker than our item. Move that over where you want the hole. Try and line it up as best you can to the center. It's not going to hurt on this occasion. And then we'll join all those three objects together by this join tool. So now we've got our tree with a hole in it, and then obviously we need to put a top on. So the top, we'll start again. We've already got, so we need to paste another image. This one here. We need to have a silhouette of this. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to paste another one. This image again, we will make silhouette. I want this as thin as possible, really. So I'm going to do 1mm because we've got to join this one to this one. But this now we need to make, say, 2mm. But if I put those two together, it'll be merging into the bottom silhouette. So we need to raise the top one slightly. That's the bottom one. We need to raise. Let me grab that one. It's hard to see the black. There it is there. We go 3mm off the base. And this one we put on the base. Like so. That's why I don't know, it's got to be, what are we doing? That one there. We're highlighting the wrong thing. That's why it's good to change the colour. Let's change the colour of this so we can, that's green. So now when we click on it, we know what item we're clicking on. So that's the top bit. Now we need to lower that down. Like so. Now we need to center it. Like we've done again, highlight the two together. This one here. And centered on top. Like so. And then we can merge these two together. Like that. Oh, both. Let's raise this up a bit. So now we can export this one as a let me show you. We can export that now as an STL file and print that on the printer, which I'll do in a minute upstairs. I'll show you the procedure. And we can also export this one and print it on the printer. But obviously we need to change the colors on this one to correspond to what we wanted printed upstairs for the different filaments. So I'll show you how that's done next. Okay, that's the next procedure. We'll put this onto the Anycubic slicing software and I'll show you how we change the colors. Back there in a second. We're back again now with the Anycubic slicing software. It's the Anycubic Slicer 1.44 we're using at the moment. So we've actually exported those files now, so we can import these into. It's the top one we need, so it's just the top part of the Christmas tree that we need for this part. I'm going to make this 120% to take full advantage of the whole bed that we can use. And just like before, I don't need to go into great detail. We just need to choose a color, say pink, highlight, say the baubles, change the baubles pink. We can have the star bright yellow, and maybe the trunk black. So that's basically that procedure. Then we go to slice. This is all being sent now upstairs. I'll print out the top and the case. I will fast forward it so it's probably 20 minutes in your time, probably a couple of hours in my time. And there we go. That just needs to be sent upstairs. I might change the colours slightly before I send it up. But that's the procedure that we use next. Next time you see me, I'll be upstairs, or you'll see the actual printing of the case and the top upstairs, and then we'll be putting it together. I'll speak to you again in about, you'll probably see me upstairs in about 5 minutes. Your time, probably 2.5 hours. My time. Well, good evening. Here we are again in my room. Hopefully we're going to create something a little bit different for us tonight. My wife's idea actually. So what I've actually done, I'll show you from downstairs. But I'm going to create a Christmas tree light. One of the lights I could do, but maybe a bit more festive for Christmas. So I've created this downstairs on the software, which I'll show you. I might have already showed you it. So back upstairs now, I'm going to show you how to actually add the LED lights to it. So that's the gist of what it's going to look like. And I'll show you the finished product once we've put it all together. I've got all the components I need here on the desk to help us finish it off. Obviously this was created on the Anycubic Kobra 3. Obviously that's a 3-colour print. So we've got the white, the purple and the pink. But I'll put you on a stand and let's see how we get on. Be back in a bit. There you go, I'll put you in the stand so hopefully you can see what we're doing. We've got the soldering iron heating up. I've got my flux, got a bit of flux there and a bit of copper wire to actually clean my soldering iron. These are the two components. I don't need the top cover at the moment. Just need the base. I've got the grommet like we had before, like a little plastic cum rubber grommet. I've roughly marked out and cut the amount of LEDs we might need. That's there. Got a bit of solder, bit of silver solder. Got my soldering station, which is a slate coaster, and we'll see how we get on. So first of all, obviously I need to put the wire through here. So what I'll do, I put the wires, they're already pre-tinned, the wires are already pre-tinned, so I put them through the grommet. Do the other way around. Let's put the grommet in first. So literally let's put the grommet. There you go. So the grommet is now in the casing of the tree. What we have to do is put the wires through the casing. Wires through the casing. Push them out as far as I can go for now. So I need to solder the wires onto the LED strip. So positive is the one on your left, which corresponds to my red. So we've got red, green. Green will be a signal wire and ground will be the white wire. Because my eyes are getting a bit dodgy now, I need my little let's move it back slightly so you can see there. Check that clean the end of my soldering iron. Good. What I do is I'll pre-tin. Let's put that there. Hopefully you can see. I'll try and do it so you can see. Let's just tin the end of these pads. I'll show you what I'm doing in that. Just put a little bit of solder on the copper pads on the actual LED strips. I'll show you what I've done. You can see that. Hopefully you can see there. Let's narrow you in a bit. Anyhow, hopefully you can see. Yeah, it's probably a bit too bright there, but I've actually just tinned the end of those copper pads. Let's see if we can zoom out a bit. There we go. I'll put you on a bit closer. Hopefully you can see. So all I've done now is put a bit of solder on the copper pads. What we're going to do now is put my 3 wires, solder the 3 wires now to the LED strip. Just bear with me. Hopefully you can see there. Again, like I said, I have to bring my light down, unfortunately. Let's put the weight on here. I'll show you what I've done when I've done it. Just double check that. Yeah, that's good. What I have done, made my critical mistake, which I always do, to do with age. I have a bit of heat shrink, but now I just have to put it down the other end, that's all. So I do a heat shrink down the end. You can see that. Obviously if I'd put it on that end, it'd been a lot easier. But silly old me, forgot again. I can switch it off now actually, we don't need the silver iron anymore. So yeah, let's put a bit of heat shrink on there. You go there. Wires are on. Now I'm just going to put a bit of heat shrink. Hopefully you can see that. I'm sure you can. Bit of heat shrink. There we go. Just keeps those wires nice and tight on there. So that's that done. What I will do now, I'll just check the lights are actually connected correctly, which they hopefully will be. I've got a controller plugged in already. A little bit of power. There we go. So we know the lights are working. Now it's just a case of installing lights inside the Christmas tree. That's on tight, that one. What I've done, like I've done before, just cut the back of the blue tape off. Like so. It's just literally blue tape and with a sticky back plastic or sticky back tape. So as you're filling it through the contours of the tree, just pulling it back bit by bit. Let's try start on a flattish surface. So that shall start on there. As you can see, starting like that. Pulling the tape back as we go. If you trying to keep the LED strip to the bottom, and then fill in the contours as best you can. Sometimes, if you want to try and get right into the corner, I use something to poke it into the corner. Pull in the blue strip back as we go. Obviously these, because got points of the actual tree itself, a bit more finicky than it would be normally. Don't be too fussed about it. The only problem I've got here now, try and get up the narrow part where the top of the Christmas tree is. We'll feed it up like so. Bit at a time, just to get like a bulb or one of the LEDs into the top, like so. So we got like an LED in the top now, so it looks like the star's going to be glowing. You don't have to be too finicky about it. The light will travel into the corners, obviously. So I'll try and get obviously as tight as you can, because obviously it's going to be gluing. So this is, there we go, like that. Trying to get it stuck as you can. Now obviously I've got a bit too much here. Probably need to come down. Come down there. It doesn't matter. Probably need to take one off. So I didn't do judge too bad. So we'll take, if I can find my scissors, just take one of the LEDs off. And cut it there. Just take one off. Let's secure that in behind. At least we know we've got LED now all round, all nice and tight, like so. We'll try that again, see what it looks like. So we got the lights working fine now. So it'll be a case of putting the cover on top, or as I call it, the silhouette on top, or the case. I'll do that now. I'll glue it on top, and I'll get back to you when it's all finished. Okay, and I'll show you a bit better in a minute. So there we go, start to finish. I know you can't really see the lights because they don't come up on the camera very well, but you've got like a bouncing ball. And it's hard to show you. Let's go there. I think you see in the right hand corner a bit better. So there we go. We've now made Christmas tree light, which would be a great addition to anybody's house. I'll say multicoloured on the front. Obviously I can do different colour baubles, different colour stars, and whatever anybody likes. And that, I will show you the whole procedure. Like I say, I've recorded the actual making of it, I've recorded the actual construction of it, and now the final putting all the electronics in it. Thanks again. I say I'm loving this machine, helping me out a great deal. Let's think of maybe, I don't know, snowman next. Give me some ideas what you fancy seeing. Whatever you want to do, I'll try and make it. Thanks again for watching. Catch you again soon.